I wanted to talk to you today about how I was running my business and why I felt it was really necessary to change it. We were running a very traditional top-down organisation, just like you see here, and I was the apple on the top. I was in charge, and the way the traditional system works, the hierarchical system as it's called, is that people think that the higher up that you go, the smarter you are. We changed things and proved that the traditional system is flawed. When listened to, everyone has expertise and creativity. I'll put myself back on the top of the pile and explain to you that this old system, the 20th century system, assumes that we're all the same. Well, clearly that's not the case. We're all different, every one of us. And what I wanted to do was to try and change the business that was in line with that sort of thinking. That we all have incredible skills, everyone is unique, and everyone has something fabulous to contribute to the business if only they're given the opportunity. We gave them that opportunity. What we wanted to do was to break down the old red apple hierarchy. We wanted to create a new system that empowers people, that empowers the business. So perhaps in the beginning I was still in the centre of the organisation, but rather than top-down hierarchy, I wanted people around me. And you may have noticed that there's fruit other than red fruit right here, and these are the people in my organisation. Some of them were green apples. There was an occasional kiwi fruit. Kiwis often come across the channel and take our jobs. There was occasionally a peach. When we first presented this to our staff, I included a lemon, and some unkind person suggested that was our architect, but I don't think so. I quite like our architect. But often organisations have lemons. But if you really delve into it, perhaps they're not lemons at all. Certainly it's a great fruit that adds amazing zest to a whole range of dishes. We had passion fruit in our circle. And here we have a navel orange. And I think it's a navel orange, but you don't want too much navel gazing, do you? And then we had pears. And I found this this morning on the way to this video shop. And this is called a paradise pear. They're both pears, but they're both different. Penultimately, here is a lychee, a small but very delicate and elegant fruit. Finally, we have a tomato. Now, many of you will say that this is not a fruit. It's a vegetable, but no, you're wrong. This is, in fact, a fruit, but it's different. It's different from all the other fruits, but it's nonetheless a fruit. I've forgotten one thing, folks. Stephen just handed me one of the very important fruits in our team, and that is the pineapple, complete with the rough end and all the gnarly bits around the edges, but it's an amazing fruit. It's very soft and very sweet inside, and it's an important part of our team. So we created these fruit in a circle, just like you see here. So as you can see, we have a whole range, a whole diversity of fruit in our basket, and the fruit is now in a circle. It's not in a hierarchy. Each piece of fruit has its own key abilities, its own uniqueness, and that's the point that I wanted to make to the people that were at our seminar. Now, as you can see, I'm still in the centre of our circle of fruit, and I needed to remain there because we can't have chaos or anarchy. But until we established our new arrangements, I stayed in the centre in order to keep a level of decorum amongst fruit that can be quite difficult from time to time. So after a bit of training and workshopping with our fruit, our circle of fruit, I then needed to have the courage to move out of the centre, to create an open space, to take myself away from the point of control and allow the other fruit the opportunity, when they had the expertise, to step into the middle and then back again. Because in this system, expertise outranks rank. And that's a really important thing. So many organisations get stuck in the rut of hierarchy, making decisions because they're in a hierarchy and for no other reason. It's absurd. The old system is really silly. I was a little bit concerned, folks, because we were heading into unknown territory and we hadn't done this with our fruit before. And we were dealing in projects of around $85 million was our largest, I think. And this was a whole new territory that we're engaged in. Now, it's true to say that occasionally I had to step back into the middle, and that was really important. Important for me and important for the project and important for the fruit. What was equally as important was to give the fruit the opportunity to make their own way in the project. And the result was just amazing on a personal level and commercially. We had projects after 4 years where contractors were pricing work at 20% below where they started 4 years ago. Not because they liked me, but because they were being efficient. They didn't need to do a lot of the things that they have to do in a normal situation. We looked after them and they looked after us. Well, perhaps they did like me just a little bit. And maybe there was more to it than just efficiency. So what was it that created this amazing change? Come a little bit closer, folks, and we'll talk about it. Fruit. It's been a great metaphor, but these fruit are real people. So let me now share with you the secret of why our staff and our contractors behaved the way that they did. Firstly, we trusted each other. We did what we said we would do. And if something happened, then we would renegotiate in good faith. Secondly, we cared for each other. We saw each other as real human beings with real needs, and even though they may have been different, with real dreams. And we looked after each other. Finally, we had the courage, and it does take courage, to be real with each other, to fight the issues and not each other. So there you have it. Trust, care and courage are the key ingredients to our amazing success.